Hey there, I wanted to share with you a quote I came across yesterday, well more of an observation, but it was an observation that reminded me of a time in my life that was a real positive change, and it really got me out of some real frustrating times and probably some funks in my head, and hopefully it might do the same for you, or at least remind you to get back on track. And the concept is that our brains exist to protect us and to enable us to survive. They are not there to optimize our lives or to make our lives more comfortable or to chase our goals. That's our role. And that was the understanding of that was the trigger, I know, for me, and it might be for you, to separate myself from my brain, and because I used to identify too much with it and let my brain control what was going on rather than actually getting that understanding of what's going on in there, to use the brain to support me rather than have the brain control me, if that makes any sense. And it made me dive into, and I'd implore, I think everyone should do this, is to find out about how the brain functions. And we know a lot of stuff about the brain as a society now, and we're learning things all the time, but to find that out so that, one, it'll take a lot of frustration out of you. You'll get a better understanding of why you get hormonal responses and these things that are supposedly, well, not supposedly, like somewhat out of your control, because they're built in as survival mechanisms, which is a really cool thing in the body. If we didn't have them, we wouldn't be surviving. But above all that, just to remind, or just not to remind you, but to trigger the fact that to optimize your life, to make your life more comfort's the thing that you're after. And I'd say be wary of that, because that can lead to non-survival. But to optimize your life and to chase your dreams and that sort of thing, that's up to you. All right, that's not up to your brain. Understanding your capacities and how your brain functions is part of that thing, but you've got to use that as part of the puzzle. If you're interested in this sort of stuff, one, I'd say do your own research, find that sort of stuff. But if you want me to dig more into it, I'm fascinated with this stuff, and I've got a pretty reasonable level of understanding of some of these things, then let me know and I'll dive into this stuff more. If you're not, thanks for watching anyway. All right, see ya.